Failure is a significant issue when it comes to large-scale computational systems. Software has always been, and to some extent remains, somewhat of a second-class citizen when it comes to the development of parallel systems. We tend to be very impressed by what the hardware can do, but the software is not quite able to keep up with what the hardware is able to do. So, just as an example, when someone develops a parallel application, very rarely do they think about the possibility that one of the nodes in the parallel computer might fail. Yet, the entire computation depends on all of the tasks completing successfully. If one task doesn't complete successfully, you either need to restart that part of the computation and let it catch up, or you simply need to restart the entire computation. Most parallel software today is written using something called the message passing interface, which is in many ways the gold standard for parallel computing. And MPI, its design was designed for a time when we were not working at exascale. We were working at a much smaller scale. And so we now have, when we start talking about the range of tens of thousands to millions of processors, we need to make it possible for computations to be restarted easily. We need to make it possible for computations to checkpoint the state of the computation. And lastly, we need to make it possible for computations to resume after some kind of failure occurs. These problems have been understood in distributed systems for a long time, but have not always been found in their corresponding implementations in parallel computing. Lastly, many people are looking at cloud computing for this reason, because clouds are designed to work on very large numbers of processing elements, if you will. But the downside of cloud computing is that it does not allow us to support all of the things that we get in parallel computers. For example, the fastest processors, the highest performance communication networks, access to certain specialized processing capabilities like GPUs. The list does kind of go on and on, but in a nutshell, we need to bring some of the ideas of cloud computing to parallel computing, especially if we want to achieve the true potential of exascale.